Hey there. Think we know each other from Board of Advisors. It's Diveej and Jimmy. Hey, thanks for clicking on our ad. You probably have a bunch of questions running through your head right now. Why am I seeing them? Why are they pinpointing me specifically? Well, in short, we've been working in the lab, heads down, grinding it out for the last few months, and we've been building out something pretty cool in stealth mode. And we're actually now ready to share it with you guys. So if we've already spoken to you about this, then great, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that's even better. I'm super excited to share this with you and to get your feedback. So, I want to cut through all the bullshit and get straight into the meat and potatoes. We've built out a software engine, and I'd like to say it's pretty badass. Our mission from day one is to help you get business with your dream clients. So, everyone's got a list of super valuable prospects that would be a game changer for you and your business if you were to meet with and acquire them as a customer, right? So give me 3 minutes to explain. I'll be really brief. So like I said, we've built out an engine to help you get business with your dream clients, and it's called Hypertarget.io. Here's how it works. The hyper-targeting engine we've developed, you can actually send us names of people you want to be hyper-targeted, and we can cross-reference them using our proprietary stack and pinpoint their exact device IDs. What we're able to do is serve them ads without them ever having visited our page or having opted into anything or having any pixels on them. So, how powerful is that? Like, seriously, that's a literal question. I need to get some feedback from you guys. I don't want to be building something just because I think it sounds cool. So, really, I'd like to know if this would be valuable. So, to summarize, you give us basic contact information like name and email of the people that you want to hyper target, and we can actually figure out their exact devices they use and serve them ads, really hyper targeted ads directly to these individuals and no one else. So think of the money that you'd be able to save by not having to run mass campaigns on Google or Facebook or anything like that. Actually, what am I saying? That's like comparing apples to oranges. Our platform is actually completely different and serves an entirely different purpose. Our platform isn't meant for mass marketing. It's hyper-targeting exact individuals that would be literally a game changer for your business to acquire. We all know how it goes. You spend months and months and months and maybe even years trying to acquire one large big-time client, and then other people start taking notice, and the next thing you know, you've just had a year with explosive growth. So, the old saying, when it rains, it pours, and, you are the rainmaker, aren't you? So if you're still kind of confused on how this would be used, let me give you an example with our good friend John Cristodoro. John Cristodoro is awesome. He's one of our good friends from BA, and if you're not too familiar with him, you're missing out. Really great at what he does, and he's actually the CEO of a marketing agency that helps companies with media buying for traditional ads and digital ads. Anyways, so one of John's clients is Heineken. John now wants to acquire other clients in that same vertical, and since Heineken is a well-known brand, he wants to start doing business with other well-known brands similar, like Coors Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser, etc., etc. So he researches them and he finds a few key executives that he wants to get in front of. He knows he'll be reaching out to them in the next few months, so just to soften them up for when he reaches out, he contacts Diveej and Jimmy at hypertarget.io, and we're able to pinpoint those exact people from Coors, Miller, and Budweiser for John. Jimmy's creative genius then gets to work to build out some of the ads and landing pages that showcase Mr. Cristodoro and his company in the best light possible, and he begins our campaign to prime them for when he and his sales team reaches out. It works really well, and he actually lands the appointment. Example number 2, after a big meeting, John is thrilled that he had a great sales presentation in front of the entire Coors Light executive team. But like we've experienced in the past, the glow of the meeting eventually fades and you're left sending follow-up after follow-up, jumping through hoops to get them to move forward with your company. Does that sound familiar? John decides he wants to spend a few bucks a month to hyper-target these individuals that were present during his sales presentation so that he's always top of mind and they see him regularly. So he comes to us with their basic contact information again, and our engine gets to work. So again, we developed a creative to make John and his company look like the rock stars that they are. And using this engine, he's able to get in front of those exact individuals every single time they use the web on their own personal devices. So now John is able to stay top of mind, and these key executives get more and more familiar with him without him having to do any sort of pestering email follow-up sequence or anything like that. Eventually, after running the campaign, they're so familiar with John and his company that they're the only ones that come to mind when it comes to media buying. Now, we want to make something very clear. These aren't mass marketing campaigns. These are hyper-targeted ads directly to the devices of a few key individuals that you consider your dream clients, and without the use of pixels or cookies, or without them ever having to visit your site or opt into any of your material, you're able to serve ads to their personal devices. So it's pretty neat stuff, but wait till you hear what we have going on to phase 2, but that won't be rolling out for another 6 to 12 months. So anyways, this is what we've been cooking for the last few months, and we've really been in hustle and grind mode. Yes, we did actually target you individually using our own hyper-targeting engine. Whether you're interested or not, and I'd love to get your feedback, I just want to know if you think what we're building is something worthwhile. All right, guys. Well, that's about it. Click the button below to see how all this works and schedule a demo with us. I'd love to hop on a video conference, see your pretty face, and then share some of the details and how it works and everything. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. So in the meantime, while y'all are scheduling the demo, I'm gonna go grab a beer with Jimmy. All right. Well, I'll see you at the next BA event. Take care.